Hi, and welcome to episode 0 of Java Tutorials. Today we're just going to be talking about some of the very basic things that you should know about Java before you start programming. So the first thing is when you start up and you make a new project, you're greeted by this page. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff that is going on here. So this first thing is the package. So this is sort of the name of your whole project. So this is just test application. And then the first file is this is the file that you are using right now. So it's the file, or the class test application inside of the project named test application. And because they have more or less the same name, that's a convention that happens, to let you know that this is supposed to be the main file. And you'll see that down here we have this thing here that says main. So, public static void, main string args, and then these two braces here and here. That is where we're going to be writing all of our code, pretty much. This area in here is, where our code to start will be. And it'll change later on when we start adding various nuances to Java programming. But for right now, in here is where you're going to want to write your code. A couple other things to note. Java reads line by line. That means that you start with this, and then you go to this one, and then this one. And everything you read, everything you write for coding will be in order. It will be read in order. And what's important for that is, that when you change variables or assign variables or whatever, it will, so let's say that you, you make something happen and then you change it later on. It will use the later thing, not the earlier thing. And that seems kind of intuitive, which is good. But it's important to note that it's read line by line with a couple of exceptions. So that's pretty much it for what you need to know for very basic Java coding. We're going to finish things up with the Hello World program, which is something that pretty much everyone starts with. This just lets us get something on the screen, get us some output, which is kind of important. So if you type system.out .println, and then you throw parentheses down and then quotes, whatever you put in the quotes will be printed in this this dialog box down here. So we're just going to put in hello world, because that's sort of tradition. And then you'll notice that we have a semicolon right here. And it's important to end pretty much all your lines with a semicolon in Java. When you're not ending them with a semicolon, you end them with one of these braces. But for you right now, you should know to end everything with a semicolon. We'll cover the braces as it comes up. So if we put in system.out.println hello world, and then run it, you'll notice that in this dialog box down here, we have hello world written. The only other thing, if you type SOUT and press tab, a lot of IDEs will fill it in for you, system.out.println, and it will have the quotes and the semicolon there already. So that's a useful little trick to have to save some time. But that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode 1.